committee, at the committee level, we had different stakeholders, Mr. Speaker, and they had different proposals. And actually, the governors through the COG, they had a proposal of about 536 billion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for us to have proposed the 465, it was not just from the blues, but we were guided by the facts as far as the key issues were concerned, starting with the issue of the housing levy, Mr. Speaker, deductions which amounted to a need of 4.1 billion. We had also the needed, as Honorable Mungatana has talked about, the issue of the KIPES issue. And the KIPES issue amounted to about 11.8 billion, Mr. Speaker. An issue that, and a proposal that required the intervention or the teamwork between the county government and the national government. And these are proposals, Mr. Speaker, when they brought about, Senate was not involved, among other stakeholders. And during our discussion and our mediation process, Mr. Speaker, we were actually able to agree that we remove this budget of about 11.8 for the KIPES. As we speak, about 18 counties have started or have benefited partly with what the initial allocation. And we say the other counties can wait so that we prioritize these budgets for the 18 counties that have commenced the KIPES construction so that they focus on the completion. These are some of the figures that we agreed and said we can remove the KIPES project allocation of about 12 billion, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, the issues of enhanced NSSF contribution, which amounted to about 6 billion, the issue of CHPs, which amounted to 3.2 billion, Mr. Speaker, were not so much negotiable, Mr. Speaker, because you look at the issue of our community health promoters, it's an agreement, you know, a 50-50 agreement between the national government and the county government. And our young people, especially the young women, most of them work as CHPs. And so they needed to be really factored, Mr. Speaker. Annual wage increment, Mr. Speaker, it's within the law. The other critical thing was the basic salary increment as per the doctor's CBA, which amounted to 3.5 billion, Mr. Speaker. We've seen through and through our health sector professionals all cutting across, Mr. Speaker, demonstrating and surrendering their petitions before this House. And their petitions were highly on the financial matters. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, adding the figures that I've just talked about, we as a committee and a committee representing the upper house of the Senate, we moved in the mediation and had agreed that we cannot go below 420 billion, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I said earlier, when we were undertaking this mediation process, it was not really an easy tackle discussing with our respectable colleagues from the National Assembly, whereby they moved in and stood at 405 from the beginning. We started moving down from 465 up to almost 430, and they moved not an inch, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, how that discouraging can be when you've come to a table to mediate and have a common goal for the interest and the common interest of our people, Mr. Speaker. We walked in, we walked out. We came in, we came out. And all senators were on one voice, Mr. Speaker. Before we embarked on our last meeting, Mr. Speaker, which my mind remembers very well, we had a condition, and we said clearly, if the National Assembly will not move an inch higher, because we left the meeting when they had moved to 410, and the indication and all indicators indicated that they were not willing to continue with the process, and sort of this process was to end at 410. And so we also stood firm and said we will not embark on any further mediation if they won't move an inch. And through our firm decisions, Mr. Speaker, long story short, we were able to conclude at 415, Mr. Speaker. 415, not just 415,000, not 415 million, but 415 billion. Mr. Speaker, sometimes when I talk about these figures in terms of billions, I'm not so happy. We talk about billions, and we've increased 28 billion to the county government. But the thorny issue, the biggest animal in this country, the pending bills, Mr. Speaker. We've increased these funds because of the issues that the governors have raised. This money does not go to the governors, by the way. It's for the devolved functions, Mr. Speaker. When our young people keep on hearing us talk about billions on this floor, the other day I saw the people of Nairobi waking up as millionaires and sleeping in the evening as the most poor people, Mr. Speaker. From a millionaire to the most poor person, because their businesses were brought to zero, Mr. Speaker. When on this floor, we talk about the billions that we've given to each and every county. The lowest county is receiving 3.8 billion, which is the great county of Lamu. The county of Nairobi is receiving 21.4 billion, Mr. Speaker. And still our people economically are having challenges because money is not rotating, especially because of the issue of the pending bills, Mr. Speaker. It has just been left to the few. I emphasize this, Mr. Speaker, because we want the governors to sort the animal of pending bills. We cannot be on these floors talking about these figures, and there is a Kenyan somewhere who's just even seeking to be paid their pending bill by the county government. We've increased a whopping 28 billion, as I've said earlier. We need to see change. But change to whom, Mr. Speaker? The education system that we have in this country, Mr. Speaker, it's a system that has empowered our young people. It's a system whereby our young people today, they are very eloquent, very knowledgeable. They know what they want. They know what they need, Mr. Speaker. The job opportunities might not be enough for everyone. But the businesses for our business people can create opportunities. These businesses can keep thriving, Mr. Speaker, if this issue of the pending bills is also sorted, Mr. Speaker. We cannot have a few being paid and the rest are suffering each and every day. How do we change this, Mr. Speaker, then how do we stop them, Mr. Speaker, from coming out? We've educated them. They are our people, they are our young people. Mr. Speaker, if you recall, a few years ago, my memory remembers, we used to have so many strikes in the schools. Schools were being banned some few years ago. Who were banning these schools then? Where is this generation that was banning those schools? Very educated out here, Mr. Speaker. It needs to start with us as leaders, Mr. Speaker. The issue of too much politicking, too much of chest thumping is not going to help us. We need to offer leadership. At this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We are all Kenyans. That is the common denominator. We don't want to look back and start seeing ourselves like where Haiti is seeing itself today. Countries like Sudan, Mr. Speaker. This is our country. When we stand here and we are voting today for the allocation of the 415 billion to these counties, Mr. Speaker, Kenyans expect progress at the devolved level, Mr. Speaker. It is a high time, Mr. Speaker, that we show unity. When a soul is taken away, Mr. Speaker, today it's me, tomorrow it's you. And I don't think there's anything to celebrate. When parents are losing their kids, Mr. Speaker, it's not something to celebrate. When young women are being raped, Mr. Speaker, like we saw what happened, it's not the kind of nation we want, Mr. Speaker. All that is needed is money to be put in its correct use. Our mandate is for the county governments. And as a committee of finance, we've tried our best. Governors, do not let us down. Achieve the goals of the devolved government today. It is not about who has how many goons. That is not the country we want. And I want to tell my colleagues, leaders, we are not the ones who are safe. We are continuing to create a gap between the politicians and the citizens. Because what you are seeing today that is happening, the whole blame is coming to the leadership, including us, Mr. Speaker. It is a high time, Mr. Speaker. We just know that at the end of the day, this is our country. At the end of the day, these are our young people. They are growing. They are growing, they've experienced, they've tested the waters. There needs to be financial progress, economic progress, Mr. Speaker. Us as a Senate, we've done our part. Let the county governments do their part. National Assembly oversights the executive. Let them do their part. And everyone does their part. We'll continue enjoying the fruits of our 2010 Constitution, Mr. Speaker. The 12 counties, Mr. Speaker, through the formula, that through my committee, through the chair, and I had him table the same, it has enabled the 12 counties be able to benefit with the 4.46 billion, Mr. Speaker. Can we appreciate what has been given? Can the counties' governments appreciate? Can they increase their own source revenue with the aim and target of ensuring that they reduce the pending bills? And I believe through this, Mr. Speaker, we are going to ensure economically our people are sorted, Mr. Speaker. With those few and many, I support.
Senator Abbas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I also want to join my colleagues to support the report of the mediation team.